3 years later, on a rainy day at the martial arts tournament registration, a boy helps Bulma retrieve a balloon that had flown away. This boy turns out to be a now grown-up Goku. While his hairstyle hasn't changed, everything else about him has matured. As the registration deadline approaches, Tien Shinhan and the others finally arrive, and the group joyfully reunites. Goku has grown noticeably taller than Krillin, and Master Roshi decides to sit this tournament out. They all head to the inn to rest, and both Yamcha and Tien Shinhan are eager to challenge Goku. That night, as lightning strikes and debris begins to fall from the clock tower, it seems as though someone might get hurt, but a figure in a cape swoops in to knock the debris away. It's Piccolo. The following day, the preliminaries begin. Everyone is wearing the homemade Kame School martial arts uniforms, though Goku still sports his black t-shirt underneath. Goku's tail, however, has been removed by Kami. Piccolo then appears before them. The two lock eyes, and without exchanging a word, they understand everything. For now, only Goku and Tien Shinhan know Piccolo's true identity. Just then, a beautiful girl taps Goku on the shoulder. They exchange glances again, but Goku doesn't recognize her. Angrily, she storms off, leaving everyone wondering how she grew so much in just 3 years. Out of nowhere, a chubby man wearing a wrestling mask sneaks around in the background. The preliminary round draw begins, and this year, Tien Shinhan has Chiaotzu assign everyone to different groups. The prelims kick off, and Goku faces the unfortunate Gappa King. Goku's mere presence already creates enormous pressure on Gappa, and with one swift strike, Goku knocks him out cold. Most of the familiar faces in the tournament face similar situations, except for Chiaotzu. Chiaotzu is up against Tao Pai Pai, who has transformed himself into a cyborg. Tao Pai Pai's goal in entering the tournament is to get revenge on Goku, as well as to teach Tien Shinhan a lesson. By the way, the chubby man in the mask bites someone's butt cheek for no reason. Next, this masked man faces off against Mr. Shen, who doesn't seem to have much martial skill, especially with his zipper half undone. The fight is over almost as soon as it starts. Mr. Shen trips and falls, accidentally crashing into the masked man. That masked man turns out to be Achirolbe. The draw for the top 8 begins, and this time, the host has grown a beard. Chiaotzu doesn't intervene in the process, and the matchups are set. Tao Pai Pai versus Tien Shinhan. Goku versus the I'm not telling you my name girl. Piccolo versus Krillin, and Mr. Shen versus Yamcha. Meanwhile, Crane Hermit appears outside the arena to taunt Master Roshi again. As always, Launch takes her seat in the VIP section. Goku offers Senzu beans to Krillin and Yamcha, but both decline, saying they've already got some. It turns out, both Krillin and Yamcha had climbed Korin Tower to get their beans. Krillin mentions he invited Achirolbe to the tournament, but he didn't show up, though Achirolbe did come and lost. The first matches kick off, and Tien Shinhan and Tao Pai Pai stand still. Tao Pai Pai is unable to find any weaknesses in Tien Shinhan's stance, while Crane Hermit uses telepathic interference. Tien Shinhan recalls his childhood training, and Tao Pai Pai thinks he sees an opening, attacking. But Tien Shinhan dodges and counters the attack. In fact, Tien Shinhan's strength now far exceeds that of Tao Pai Pai. Despite their past, Tien Shinhan hopes Tao Pai Pai will back down, but Tao Pai Pai refuses. As Tien Shinhan prepares to throw Tao Pai Pai out of the ring, Tao Pai Pai frees himself and uses a weapon to injure Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan is enraged. With a single hand, he snaps the weapon in two. Tao Pai Pai, furious, unleashes his Super Dodon Wave, which looks powerful at first, but Tien Shinhan counters it with a forceful shout. He follows up with a punch, knocking Tao Pai Pai to the ground. Tien Shinhan hands him over to Crane Hermit and quickly distances himself from the whole situation. In reality, Tien Shinhan has always aspired to be an exceptional martial artist. In the second match, Goku faces the mysterious girl. She charges at him with all her might. As Goku evades, he asks her questions, and the two banter while battling. The girl reveals that Goku once promised to marry her. Goku, however, is confused, unable to remember who she is and not fully understanding what marriage means. The girl tells him that if he defeats her, she'll reveal her identity. After some back and forth, Goku knocks her out of the ring, though the audience can barely follow the action. It turns out the girl is Chi-Chi. Goku recalls that he had indeed promised to marry her, though he thought bride referred to some kind of tasty dish. dish. Nonetheless, he keeps his word, and Chi-Chi rewards him with a kiss. She then greets everyone warmly. While the first 2 matches were filled with drama, the third match between Krillin and Piccolo is a full-on, no-holds-barred battle. Krillin starts by gathering energy in his waist and fires a tracking energy blast. Piccolo leaps into the air and shoots a beam from his eyes. Krillin follows up with a punch, but Piccolo, being able to fly, stays safely out of bounds. The fight continues with Krillin pressing the attack, but Piccolo kicks him out of the ring. Krillin uses the Bukujutsu flight technique to stay in the air, preventing a fall. Back in the ring, Piccolo tries to convince Krillin to surrender, but Krillin doesn't back down and launches a flurry of attacks. However, each strike only hits Piccolo's cloak. Does the cloak count as a weapon? This segment, where Krillin battles the cloak, is an anime edition. Then Piccolo pulls off a signature move. He extends his arm, grabs Krillin's leg, and pulls him in for a punch. Krillin counters with a flip, but Piccolo responds by kicking him into the air and following up with another attack. Krillin takes his shot with a Kamehameha, but Piccolo dodges easily using the afterimage technique. He then knocks Krillin out of the ring, and Krillin tries to stand but collapses again, ultimately conceding defeat. Master Roshi watches with satisfaction as Krillin recognizes his limits and knows when to give up. The fourth match pits Mr. Shen against Yamcha, a battle full of trickery. Mr. Shen starts with an attack but falls over, accidentally landing a kick to Yamcha's side. Yamcha strikes back, but Mr. Shen evades, and his attack lands right in Yamcha's groin. The announcer laughs at the awkward moment. Mr. Shen then gets serious, landing a single, decisive blow that knocks Yamcha out, pointing out his weaknesses in martial arts. Furious, Yamcha retaliates with his Wolf Fang fist, but Mr. Shen blocks every hit. Due to Yamcha's unstable stance, Mr. Shen kicks him down with ease. Yamcha continues to struggle, but Mr. Shen then reveals that he's not human, only borrowing a human body, a revelation that Goku overhears. Yamcha then revealed his new move, the Chi Ball, a controllable energy orb that emerged from the ground and struck Mr. Shen. But Mr. Shen responded quickly, turning around and landing a hit that knocked Yamcha out of the ring. It was at this moment that Goku realized that Mr. Shen was actually the celestial god. The semi-final match began with Tenshinhan and Goku entering the arena. Tenshinhan came out aggressively, launching a barrage of attacks, but the two soon took to the air. Tenshinhan's powerful blast was deflected by Goku, and they continued to exchange blows mid-air. As they landed, both vanished in a flash, with only the sounds of their battle filling the arena. A few spectators managed to catch glimpses of the action, but the rest were left in awe as the two were locked in a fierce standoff. The fight continued with a contest of strength, and with a mighty roar from Tenshinhan, the two broke apart. They briefly exchanged compliments, with Tenshinhan commenting that Goku's speed had not improved. Tenshinhan then jumped to the clouds, with Goku in pursuit. Using his speed, Tenshinhan knocked Goku to the ground. After a flurry of attacks, Tenshinhan kicked Goku out of the ring, but Goku quickly spun around and returned to the arena, causing the crowd to breathe a sigh of relief. Goku began by removing his black t-shirt, wristbands, and shoes, which were all weighted, adding up to 100 kilograms. Once he shed these, he felt much lighter and took a moment to adjust. The fight continued with Goku effortlessly blocking all of Tenshinhan's attacks. He even took Tenshinhan's belt away, which amused Lan Chi. Tenshinhan then used his 12 eyes to track Goku's movements, gathering his energy to create 4 clones, each as powerful as the original. This technique, known as 4-body fist, allowed Tenshinhan to attack from all sides. Goku, overwhelmed, was knocked to the ground. Rising quickly, Goku retaliated with a swift kick, joking, "4 people shouldn't line up like that." The 4 Tenshinhans spread out to the corners of the ring, focusing on Goku at the center. Goku leaped into the air to avoid the incoming attacks, but Tenshinhan's clones fired beams of light from their eyes, striking him and sending him crashing to the ground. Despite the impact, Goku was unscathed. Goku quickly identified 2 weaknesses in Tenshinhan's fighting technique. When Tenshinhan tried the same attack again, Goku leapt into the air. Tenshinhan fired beams from his eyes, but Goku countered with the solar flare, blinding Tenshinhan momentarily. The first weakness. The second weakness lay in Tenshinhan's technique of dividing his strength among the 4 clones, weakening him in the process. Goku swiftly took out all 4 clones, ending the fight. Later, Goku met the God of Earth, who was inhabiting Mr. Shen's body. The God of Earth explained that he had come down to assist Goku because he feared Goku might be overpowered by Piccolo. However, the deeper reason plan was that the god of Earth and Piccolo were linked. If one died, the other would also perish. Realizing the situation, Goku couldn't bring himself to fight, so the god of Earth decided to intervene. His plan was to use the evil containment wave himself. At the start of the match, the god of Earth was all business. With a quick gesture, he sent Piccolo soaring into the air. Piccolo quickly retaliated with a Ma wave, knocking the god of Earth off balance. When both fighters hit the ground, the god of Earth responded by kicking Piccolo deep into the earth, their clash leaving the audience in awe. After a few more exchanges, they began communicating in a language that the spectators couldn't understand. At this point, the god of Earth retrieved a small bottle and prepared to unleash the evil containment wave. But Piccolo turned the tables, using the technique in reverse and sealing the god of Earth instead. In the final moments, the god of Earth departed from Mr. Shen's body and urged Goku to defeat Piccolo, no matter what. When Mr. Shen regained consciousness, he had no memory of being possessed. In front of Goku, Piccolo nonchalantly swallowed the bottle that contained the seal. This enraged Goku, as defeating Piccolo would also mean the end for the god of Earth. But if he didn't defeat Piccolo, the god of Earth would remain trapped forever. Goku shared the truth with everyone and learned from Tien Fan that simply opening the bottle would free the god of Earth. Still, Piccolo seemed unfazed. The next issue will feature the final match of the World Martial Arts Tournament.